All right, what is up, party people? It is a Friday, and yeah, I know I haven't been. What, you want to watch Clifford? I know, baby, I know. Well, Daddy doesn't want you to watch Clifford because it has commercials or whatnot.
I haven't seen you forever.
Look, Kung Fu Panda. Look at Kung Fu Panda. Anyway, guys. Yeah. So it has been a little bit crazy, a little bit hectic, but okay. It's okay. So we are going to get into some slap team. Okay. Guys, if you have any scary videos that you would like to recommend, definitely let me know. Hey, there goes Deaf God. What up, Deaf God? Hey.
And since I had some extra elytras,
I hope you're having a great weekend so far. My son is being very picky.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slap Ham. We've got some...
Key, he's being a little fussy. It's okay though. It's okay. Alright. So let's watch some Slapped Ham. Let's get cozy. Get your snacks. And I've been doing good, thank you for asking. Let me just move. Yeah, he wants to watch Curious George, but Daddy has Kung Fu Panda on. So yeah. But he'll be okay. And my babe, Pop Spartan, my hubby, he is playing some Apex. Calm down. He's playing some Apex right now. And live. So you guys want to check him out, definitely do. Pop Spartan X23, y'all. Alrighty.
Some seriously spooky video clips coming up today, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. just like this.
But I will be playing, probably get back into some Digimon on the Purple app. I'll be live streaming from there through my console, so yeah, tune in. Alright, let's get into the spooky videos, y'all.
This unnerving post titled Haunting Entity comes from Reddit user SevereTell2254, who shared their escalating experiences of what they believe to be a haunting inside their home. It began with lights turning on and off repeatedly, never flickering, but switching fully as if by an unseen hand. Then came objects falling off cupboards, the same item each time, and a growing sense of presence accompanied by cold drafts despite closed doors and windows. While traveling to Canada to visit their fiancé, the user's partner noticed strange behavior while they slept. Eyes wide open, whispering in what sounded like another language, then immediately snoring when confronted. When they returned home, the activity intensified. Knocking sounds echoed from the back door and footsteps crept through the hallway late at night. 3 days before posting, the user was walking to the restroom when they saw what they described as a shadowy figure standing near the hallway. They snapped a photo.
Did you know that nearly half of US TV streaming time is on Roku? With Roku's new self-service ad tool, it's easy to set up your own CTV.
Hang on, y'all. Calm down. So is it
Later, increasing the exposure, what emerged shocked them.
Tell me why I thought it was this. I'm like, that just looks like a vacuum. I did not look at this. This is nightmare fuel right here. Goodness. Oh my god.
A dark silhouette resembling a woman's figure. In daylight photos shared later, the hallway is brightly lit. The OP confirmed that the door was indeed closed at the time of the photo, leaving many commenters baffled. Adding to the fear, the user reported waking up with deep scratches across their body the next morning, marks that bled and lasted all day. They've since been praying for protection, asking the community whether the entity could be an illusion or something more sinister. Whatever the case, the photo and its accompanying story have left thousands of viewers deeply unsettled. This eerie story comes from a bus driver named Junio Silva, who recounted a chilling night shift experience. Silva has worked the same early morning route for over 3 years. With nearly all of his passengers being familiar faces, seeing a stranger aboard is rare. One night, after his final passenger got off around 3 AM, Silva parked his bus, turned off the lights, and went to grab a quick snack. When he returned to the empty vehicle and started driving back to the station, something caught his eye. A person sticking their head out of one of the windows.
That is creepy.
Startled, Silva flicked on the interior lights, but the bus was completely empty. Despite that, the reflection in the glass still showed a shape, a head peering out as though someone was still there. He continued driving, even stopping to pick up 3 regular employees. When they reached the station, all 3 got off. Silva double-checked the bus row by row. No one was there. To this day, he has no explanation for the phantom passenger he filmed that night.
Ninguém.
By now, I'm sure you all know what the Mandela effect is. We've covered it plenty of times on this channel.
Some weird stuff going on here with this name, Baron Stain.
For those who might not be familiar, it refers to when large groups of people remember the same detail or event differently from how it's recorded in reality. It's named after Nelson Mandela because many people falsely recalled him dying in prison during the 1980s, decades before his real passing in 2013. Since then, examples like the Berenstain Bears versus Berenstein, fruit of the loom's missing cornucopia, and the supposed 90s movie Shazam starring Sinbad have become staples of the phenomenon. Well, now a TikToker by the username TheConspiracyBarber01 claims to have physical proof that some of these alternate memories are real.
And what I'm about to show you, I'm gonna go into my safe here and show you a couple Mandela effects that have been, I'm now gonna come out and show them to the world, so look at what I got here.
In a video that's gone viral, he opens a large safe and begins pulling out 3 supposedly original items. A Berenstain Bears book spelled with an E instead of an A.
Berenstain Bears. Berenstein. It's an actual book. I also have
A VHS tape of Shazam, the movie that supposedly never existed.
Right.
And a pair of Fruit of the Loom sweatpants with the famous cornucopia logo, the very design the company insists was never part of their branding.
You guys can see the cornucopia. See the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag?
He insists these are real, unaltered artifacts, items that somehow crossed over from an alternate timeline.
I'm proving all the Mandela effects wrong, right? However you want to take it. I'm proving the Mandela theory.
Naturally, skeptics were quick to accuse him of fabricating the evidence.
You
Some
can't
claimed the book was
fabricate
fake,
that.
printed
That's not
recently
fake.
with
That's a
altered
real
lettering,
book.
or that the tag on the sweatpants had been sewn on.
I
See the
remember
cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag?
I remember
But in a
Berenstain
follow-up
Bears.
video,
Yeah,
the
this
creator
is
defends himself, showing the book up close.
It's got like a heavy vinyl. Yeah, the corners are a little popped up. But it's an actual book.
Pointing out the thick vinyl cover, the visible staples on the spine, and wear around the corners.
I mean, I don't know how to get it through, you guys. You got the staples in there. You can see the staples, spine of the book. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's not a bullshit book. It's an actual book.
So what's really going on here? Is this all an elaborate hoax designed to cash in on viral curiosity? Or is this man truly safeguarding proof that our reality might not be as fixed as we think? Either way, the video has reignited debate over one of the internet's most haunting modern mysteries, the Mandela effect.
See the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom tag? So Fruit of the Loom denies ever having a cornucopia on their sweatpants.
Sticking with the Mandela effect, this next one has honestly left my brain bruised, because I distinctly remember this one myself. It's called the Dolly Mandela effect, and it's one of the most famous false memories tied to the 1979 James Bond film Moonraker. It centres around a sweet, short-lived character named Dolly, the girlfriend of Jaws, the towering metal-toothed villain played by Richard Kiel. Now here's where things get weird. Many people, myself included, remember Dolly having metal braces on her teeth. It's a small detail, but an important one. When Jaws first meets Dolly, she smiles up at him, he smiles back. And for a split second, we see this adorable moment of connection, both of them revealing metal mouths. That's the supposed joke of the scene. But in every version of the movie available today, from VHS to Blu-ray, Dolly has no braces at all. Nothing. Her teeth are perfectly normal.
Wow.
So what happened? Was it just bad memory, or did something actually change? Those who swear the braces were real argue that the scene doesn't even make sense without them. Why else would Jaws, a man with metal teeth, fall instantly for a random blonde woman with glasses and pigtails? Some point to old reviews and articles that mention her braces, even one from 1979 that said she had as much hardware in her mouth as he does. Others believe the scene was edited later, with the braces digitally removed to avoid giving the character a more childlike appearance. But skeptics have plenty to say too. The actress, Blanche Ravellès, has gone on record saying she never wore braces during filming. And another review from that same year joked that their romance would be made in heaven if only she wore braces, implying the gag never existed in the first place. Psychologists explain this as a schema-consistent error, meaning our brains filled in the most logical detail for the moment, in this case matching Metal's smiles. Even more confusing, some say memories may have been influenced by an old commercial featuring Richard Keel with a woman who did wear braces, causing a mix-up in people's minds over time. So, did Dolly ever have braces? Physically speaking, no. There's zero evidence of them in any known release. But for millions who remember those braces shining on the big screen, that simple, sparkling smile remains one of the strangest and most persistent Mandela effects of all time.
Welcome to 2XKO. Let's go!
Hey, dumbass.
Hey peeps, just a quick reminder to check out our Slapped Ham Mysteries channel. This is our second channel. This is where we do paranormal deep dives on specific cases, one at a time per episode. We also do a little bit of true crime. There's a whole bunch of wacky and weird cases. We do one episode per week. So if you want more in-depth, single-story narrative cases, then head on over, check out our Slapped Ham Mysteries channel. We'll put a link in the description box down below there. It's also pinned in the comments. This next clip was captured in Bratislava, Slovakia on September 19th, 2025 between 7:18 and 7:45 p.m. And it's left a lot of people baffled. The footage shared by UAP over Poland on Facebook shows a cluster of unidentified aerial phenomena moving slowly across the evening sky. At first, you can see the strange formation rising vertically, then shifting in what looks like a coordinated pattern, almost as if the lights are connected or moving in sync.
Appreciate it. Here we go. Oh, oh, look at that. Interesting.
What's even more intriguing is that the video switches to thermal imaging, revealing that these objects are giving off heat signatures as they drift silently above the horizon.
Interesting.
There's no sound, no contrail, and no clear explanation for what they are. The video was reportedly shot using a Nikon P1000 along with a Hick microthermal imaging camera, and while some skeptics online suggested the lights could be birds or balloons, others say their movement and the heat output seen on thermal rule out anything conventional. So what exactly was caught over Bratislava that night? Swarming drones, secret military craft, or something else entirely?
It's definitely interesting.
We covered this story a few weeks ago, but now it's getting even stranger. In early July 2025, astronomers detected 3I Atlas, the third ever confirmed interstellar object to visit our solar system. Like Oumuamua and 2I/Borisov before it, this mysterious visitor came from another star system, travelling at breathtaking speed, about 137,000 miles per hour, which is around 221,000 kilometers per hour, before slingshotting around our sun on a one-way trip back into deep space. At first, it appeared to be a fairly typical comet, icy, dusty, and venting gas as it warmed up. But as it neared its closest point to the sun in late October 2025, 3-eye atlas suddenly brightened, turned distinctly bluer, and began exhibiting non-gravitational acceleration, meaning something besides the sun's gravity was pushing it.
Never know.
NASA engineer Davide Farnocchia confirmed that this acceleration was real, while Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb proposed a natural explanation. The comet could be losing as much as 1/10 of its total mass in a single month, blasting out massive plumes of gas and dust that act like rocket thrust. This could also explain the sudden brightening and colour shift. Still, Loeb, who has previously suggested the object might be an alien probe, hasn't ruled out a more extraordinary idea.
I'm just saying, like, they always want to make sense of something that might not make sense. Because the thing is, there's beings out here that are more... Yeah, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get the cookie, hang on. Like, there's beings out here that are... Got it, okay. Far more older and more advanced than we are.
Speculates the acceleration could, in theory, be the technological signature of an internal engine, and that the object's blue hue, when it should be redder, could come from a hot artificial light source or some kind of engine glow. However, he concedes the explanation could also be completely natural, caused by an unusual mix of chemicals in the comet's composition. 3-eye atlas has already defied expectations with its bizarre chemistry high in nickel and carbon, massive size, potentially up to 5.6 kilometers wide, and odd tail behavior, at one point even showing an anti-tail that appeared to point toward the sun. After looping behind the sun, it re-emerged glowing brighter and more intensely blue than before, prompting even more speculation. And the controversy doesn't end there. Loeb has been pressing for new data from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, which supposedly photographed the comet during its October 3rd flyby. But a US government shutdown has stalled the release of those images. NASA insists the delay is procedural, not suspicious, while Loeb says, "We will continue to push for answers." Whether 3-eye atlas is simply a hyperactive comet shedding material faster than anything we've seen, or something far more advanced, remains unclear. But one thing is certain, this interstellar visitor isn't just passing through quietly. Rising nearly 900 feet above the plains of Wyoming, Devil's Tower, or Mateo Tepe Bear Lodge, is one of the most recognizable landmarks in the US, revered by native tribes and mythologized in modern culture. Scientifically, Devil's Tower is a volcanic neck, or laccolith, formed when magma cooled underground millions of years ago. Erosion later exposed its dramatic columnar joints, natural fractures that give it a tree-like appearance. The rock, phonolite porphyry, is purely igneous, not petrified wood. The National Park Service and geologists have repeatedly debunked claims that the tower is a giant petrified tree stump, explaining that petrified wood is formed through mineral replacement, not cooling magma. Despite clear science, online conspiracies insist the tower is a colossal tree from a prehistoric world. Viral posts even allege that the state discovered a 4-mile deep root system, a claim traced back to a satirical Wyoming newspaper. One TikToker even claims to have scanned inside the structure.
Directly at Devil's Tower, and this is the imagery it gave back. There are chambers inside the base of Devil's Tower with, you can see a passageway right there.
Showing a large hollow system.
And it's just insane. It's blowing our minds. We don't know if this is a Native American chamber, if it's an alien chamber.
Still, scientists confirm no organic material or tree structure has ever been found, calling the theory a mix of imagination and bad geology. For more than 20 Native American tribes, the tower is sacred. Legends from the Kiowa, Cheyenne, and Lakota describe its formation when children, pursued by a giant bear, were lifted to safety by the Great Spirit, the bear's claws forming the vertical grooves. The tower remains a ceremonial site today, with prayer bundles and a voluntary June climbing ban honouring Indigenous traditions. Devil's Tower became world famous after Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind, which imagined it as an alien landing site. Following the film, reports of local UFO sightings increased, and its image became synonymous with extraterrestrial contact. Beyond the petrified tree idea, others claim the tower is a portal to another dimension, a piece of Yggdrasil, or even a fossilized giant's limb. While such ideas persist online, scientists and tribal communities emphasize its true importance, a rare geological wonder and a sacred place that continues to inspire both reverence and mystery. Coming up in our last segment, we take a look at a fascinating and freaky haunting from the 17th century Scotland. But before we shiver your timbers, remember to help us out by clicking that like button, leaving some comments below and sharing this episode on your socials. In the spring of 1695, a quiet farmhouse in the parish of Rerrick near Auchencairn, Scotland, became the site of one of the most terrifying and well-documented hauntings in early modern Britain. Known variously as the Rerrick poltergeist, the Ringcroft poltergeist, or the Mackey poltergeist, the events at the Ringcroft of Stocking plagued the family of farmer Andrew Mackey for nearly 3 months. The haunting became so infamous that it drew the attention of Reverend Alexander Telfair, minister of Rerrick, who personally witnessed the phenomena and published an official account the following year. His 1696 pamphlet, A True Relation of an Apparition, Expressions and Actings of a Spirit, remains one of the earliest and most detailed poltergeist investigations on record. The disturbances began innocently enough in February 1695 with strange disruptions to Mackey's livestock. His cattle were found mysteriously unbound each morning, no matter how tightly he tied them. Then one beast was discovered suspended from a roof beam, bound so tightly by its hair tether that its hooves barely touched the floor. Soon the disturbances moved inside the house. Fires ignited spontaneously in the middle of the night, once nearly burning the family alive as a peat stack erupted into flame on the floor. Household items disappeared only to reappear days later in impossible places. Then the attacks grew personal. By early March, stones began flying inside the house, never from outside, and witnesses claimed they would strike people but fall softly to the ground, as though losing weight in mid-air. The Mackeys were struck repeatedly and even visiting ministers were assaulted. During prayers, invisible forces hurled stones, dragged people by their clothes, and struck them with unseen staves. Andrew Mackey himself was cut on the brow and had his hair violently pulled. The family's children were beaten in their beds, blankets torn away, and once a heavy block of wood was lifted above a sleeping child as a voice declared chillingly, "If I had a commission, I would brain them."
Oh, wow.
As the activity escalated, the family sought help from the church. Reverend Telfair and several clergymen visited the Ringcroft repeatedly, and all claimed to experience the haunting firsthand. During one prayer session, Reverend Andrew Ewart was struck in the head, his wig torn off by invisible hands. Telfair himself reported feeling something grasp his arm. When he looked, he saw a little white hand and arm from the elbow down, which instantly disappeared. Then, on April 26th, the entity began to speak. It insulted the ministers as witches and rakes, told Andrew Mackey that it had a commission from God to warn the land to repent, and even demanded worship. "Praise me and I will whistle to you. Worship me and I will trouble you no more," it said, a blasphemous echo of demonic temptation. In one of the most disturbing turns, Andrew's wife reported feeling the ground shake near the doorway. When he lifted a loose stone there, the couple discovered 7 small bones and pieces of bloody flesh wrapped in paper. Not long after, a glowing red-hot stone was thrown onto the children's bed, burning through the blankets and too hot to touch for over an hour. Finally, on April 28th, the entity unleashed its full fury. It set fire to the Mackey home multiple times in a single day and tore down part of the stone wall itself, forcing the family to flee to their stables. The spirit whispered to Andrew one last time that the trouble would cease after Tuesday. True to its word, the phenomena stopped. after one final fire destroyed the family's sheep house on May 1st. The Ringcroft was never rebuilt. Even today, locals point to the barren stretch of land where the farmhouse once stood, marked by a single gnarled, leafless tree. Even in the 17th century, the Rarick poltergeist divided opinion. At the time, several rumours circulated that Andrew Mackey, a stonemason, had taken a Masonic oath and pledged his first child to the devil, that he and his wife had kept clothing belonging to a deceased woman of ill repute, that a witch's curse lingered from a previous tenant who had buried a tooth under the threshold, a supposed charm of dark magic. Reverend Telfair rejected these superstitions but concluded the cause was unknown, affirming the haunting as evidence of genuine spiritual forces and divine warning. Modern skeptics, however, offer alternative explanations. Historian Sacheverell Sitwell in 1940 proposed that one of Mackey's children was responsible, using ventriloquism and trickery to mimic voices and throw stones, a theory that echoes modern analyses of poltergeist behavior, often linked to psychological stress in adolescence.
The thing is, what about the cow being lifted? Like, it's just, some things is just like, no, a child wouldn't be able to do that.
Others suggest Telfair himself may have exaggerated the events to combat what he saw as rising atheism among his parishioners. The Ringcroft haunting remains one of the most thoroughly recorded early poltergeist cases in Europe. Whether a supernatural assault, an elaborate prank, or mass hysteria, it left a mark on Scottish folklore. In the centuries since, the Rarick poltergeist has been retold as a cautionary tale of faith, fear, and the fragile boundary between belief and skepticism. Today, the site is quiet, but as locals will tell you, nothing grows well there, and no one stays long.
Alright. So, let's get into some Nuke's Top 5, shall we? And what do you guys think about, these videos and whatnot? Are you a believer in the supernatural, or do you think these are all hoaxes?
A woman named Jessica says that she has recently purchased a fun playhouse for her daughter that looks very similar to their own house, complete with its own motion-sensing doorbell camera.
For a house tour of Emma's house, and I'm going to show them the door, okay?
Okay.
She really wanted it to have a doorbell camera like our front door.
But since then, things around their house have gotten a little spooky. Jessica's daughter says that she sometimes sees a quote-unquote scary guy in their house.
What guy? The guy. The guy is at the door.
Oh, there's an orb right there.
Can we go together?
Yeah.
Do you want to open the door or you want Mommy to open it?
I want Mommy to open it.
Okay.
He's in there.
And then
The guy?
there's that dollhouse.
He's scary. Yeah.
It's scary.
I'm scared.
It's okay.
A couple orbs.
No.
Jessica's daughter claims that the scary guy is in her room, but Jess doesn't see anyone or anything. She just dismisses the whole incident as likely being her daughter's overactive imagination. But then, a few nights later, something happens that absolutely freaks Jessica out. Jess is sitting in her living room when she suddenly receives a motion alert. Not from her own doorbell camera, but from the one on her daughter's little playroom house. When Jessica checks the notification, what she sees is like something right out of a horror movie.
Yeah, I still don't like that doll. It is creepy. But in one clip, like, the camera catches it saying thank you, though. When the door closes. Okay, well, this is weird. This one. Yeah, that one. Still weird. Still crazy.
Get the fuck out of here with that. So dumb, bro. That's dumb. That's dumb.
Honestly, I thought the doll's head was going to turn around by itself.
It's a whole about holding and doling and holding and doling and
And she's just walking up to just moving on its own.
Now, a note on this clip. This is not a motion camera that pans around the room on its own motor. This camera is actually attached to the playhouse door. So this back and forth motion means that the playhouse door is actually opening and closing. But it gets even weirder, because the camera repeatedly catches a little playtime mannequin head in the corner of the playhouse, and its hair seems to be lifted up by some unseen force, and then just suddenly drops back down. After this, Jessica has had about enough. She says that she took down the little playhouse, but her daughter still sometimes says that she sees the quote-unquote scary guy back in their house.
Yeah, just taking
On
down
March
the
6,
playhouse.
2015,
The entity is in your house. Sage your house, ma'am. Sage it.
Jennifer Grossbeck was driving home with her 18-month-old daughter Lily secured in her car seat in the back. While driving along a lonely road in Utah, Jennifer lost control of her SUV and crashed off the side of a bridge, flipping her car upside down into the freezing water of the Spanish Fork River. Most of the car was submerged in the icy water, and tragically, Jennifer Grossbeck passed away almost instantly. However, luckily the car was positioned in a way that Jennifer's 18-month-old baby Lily was not plunged into the freezing water. The baby was held in place in her car seat in the back. Many hours later, the car is spotted in the river, and emergency first responders arrive on the scene.
Of course.
Go ahead.
What have you got? What have you got?
But as the police and firemen approached the car, they heard something that they really can't explain.
We heard something saying, help us inside. And so it was at that point that we, said we have to get in that car now. And we all, the four of us, were able to push the car on its side. And that's when I looked inside and was able to see the child infant strapped in the back seat.
Anybody hear us? Hello? God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a baby.
Brian. Pass her up, pass her up.
Pass her up. Here, right here, right here. Go.
The mom saved the baby.
She's definitely hypothermic. She's breathing.
Throw up in there.
Here, go. Let's go.
I didn't make it.
So you actually heard a voice calling out, "Help me." I mean, do you know who that was?
We assumed, or I assumed, that it was someone in the car saying, "Help me." That's why we responded saying, "We're trying. We're gonna get inside and help you. We're doing the best we can."
We're helping. We're coming.
It wasn't until after we flipped it that we saw the mother, who we know now was deceased at the time, and the child was in the back seat.
Even stranger. Although all 4 of the early responders say that they heard the strange, unexplained voice of a woman pleading for help, the officers' body cameras did not pick up any voice at all.
Here, get over here, Beddoes. We're helping. We're coming.
To me, it was plain as day, because I remember hearing a voice. It didn't sound like a child. Just saying, "Help me."
Jennifer Grossbeck's family believes that it was the voice of Jennifer's spirit, calling out from the great beyond to try to urge the emergency workers to hurry to save her baby daughter, Lily.
She was just a very compassionate and caring person. She always wanted to bend over backwards for her loved ones. She loved Lily with all her heart. She was the love of her life.
The emergency team that was on the scene says that they simply can't explain what they heard.
We're helping. We're coming.
The Lambton House Seance. Paranormal enthusiast James White has a very spooky business. He professionally arranges and hosts seances in allegedly haunted and abandoned buildings in Toronto, Canada. James is hosting a seance at the historic Lambton House with a group of curious participants. The Lambton House is a former inn that was built in 1860, and it is said to be extremely haunted. Now James White and his group are about to witness something absolutely terrifying.
So Norman, someone in this room is trying to harm you? Is it a person? If so, give me a sign. Are they in this room? Is it a male?
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, that made me laugh.
Keep your hands together. Keep your hands together. We grabbed him as soon as he fell back. Do not break the case. It did break when he fell though, because he went that far back.
Did he break it?
Let me actually pull your chair. Yeah, like he tipped backwards. Let me pull your chair.
While in the middle of a seance, one participant is forcefully yanked backwards out of his chair by an unseen force.
Is it a male?
Oh yeah, he broke the chain.
The door behind me was open, and I had my partner sitting beside me, and we had the door, like the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there, so we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing, so I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands, and then all of a sudden I just felt like this force just come and pull me back, and it was like aggressive. It wasn't like calm, it was aggressive, like it was trying to kill me or something. I don't even know. My feet were like flat on the ground, I wasn't moving. I was holding hands with the people beside me, and it just pulled me. And it like felt like someone was coming up behind me, like standing up behind me as I'm sitting in the chair, and like taking my shoulders and like pulling me towards the mirror. It was crazy.
Fellow participants and eyewitnesses from the seance took to Instagram to share their stories about the incident. One seance witness had this to say about the strange event. I sat across from him when this happened, and it was fantastic to see. Another witness says, I was there. Another epic seance with @JamesWhite Seance. So did James White capture evidence of an unknown entity aggressively grabbing an innocent visitor at the Lambton House? I leave it up to you to decide.
Is it a
A woman named Ray says that her family has experienced many strange things since they moved into their new home. Ray says that the house's basement is especially creepy. She says that even on warm days, the temperature down there is always freezing, and she says that she feels like something is watching her when she's down there. Even weirder, the family often hears strange, unexplained sounds coming from the basement. But things in their house get even weirder after Ray buys her son Andrew a creepy large Elmo balloon. You see, the balloon seems to move around the house with a mind of its own.
Yeah, I remember this.
Babe, come here.
Yeah, Elmo would be popped.
It's the balloon.
No.
It's just like keeps going down into the basement.
Inexplicably, the balloon often just seems to head directly toward their basement door.
Literally stopped at the basement door again.
Weirdly, Ray says that the balloon will only enter the basement door if her son follows after it.
Andrew.
So the obvious thought here is, well, it's just a balloon caught in a draft and doing balloon stuff. But things get even weirder, because it seems the creepy Elmo balloon isn't content to only roam the downstairs. One night, the family dogs start going nuts, and Ray goes to investigate. What she finds chills her to her core.
Babe.
Quiet.
Is Elmo climbing up the stairs? Oh no, why didn't y'all pop that thing? No. It's climbing up the stairs. It's supposed.
Why doesn't she just pop the balloon, throw it in the trash, and be done? But Ray says that her son is very attached to the balloon and refuses to let them take it away. So the creepy Elmo balloon stays. But Ray will soon seriously regret this decision.
Yeah, no. That balloon would be popped. Because balloons don't move like that. Wait, what the fuck? What?
Did you see it? A strangely shaped forehead seems to be peeking around the top edge of the basement door. When slowed down, we can even see what looks like a bizarre set of dark eyes and the bridge of a nose. So is Ray's house haunted by an entity that is manipulating this Elmo balloon? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I would.
You decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official And be sure to tag me only at Nuke's Top 5 Official, because there are a lot of fake accounts on there.
Yes, Nuke's
Late
Top
one night in
5
Mexico
is
City, a concerned woman calls the local
subscribe.
police saying that she hears strange, unexplained noises coming from her son's apartment just above her. The problem is, her son is out of town and the apartment should be empty. The police quickly arrive on the scene, but they don't find anyone inside. No robber, no trespasser. However, the officers do hear strange noises like banging and the low murmur of voices. They are concerned that someone might be hiding inside the residence. So, the officers radio headquarters and ask that a nearby public CCTV camera be focused on the windows of the upstairs apartment. What the camera captures is downright chilling.
Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. What is it, ghost party or something? They just chilling.
The CCTV camera captures the ghostly figures of 3 children looking out the window as the police leave. The apartment building's longtime security guard claims that every 10 years this same strange phenomenon happens, and no one knows how or why. He says that no children have ever lived in that apartment, so he has no idea who or what this might be. To this day, the footage remains a mystery. Gimme Shelter. YouTuber Tyson Pierce has a channel dedicated to travel, the outdoors, and basic survival in nature. But on one fateful day, all of his training is put to the ultimate test when something happens that is absolutely terrifying. Tyson is out in the middle of nowhere in Hawkesbury, Ontario, Canada, building what he calls a Viking turf house survival hut. Tagging along with him to help are his younger brother and his friend. The guys are about halfway through building the Viking hut when suddenly an urgent weather warning comes through on Tyson's phone.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
But he and the boys are in the middle of nowhere with no time to get out of there. Now, before I show this in accordance with YouTube rules, let me note that absolutely no one was hurt in this video. But this frightening scene is what happened as the storm rolled in.
Holy.
What the hell? Oh my god.
Goodness.
Holy sh**.
That could have been
Oh, je pense qu'il y a une tornade.
devastating.
On peut pas se sauver, c'est d'être là. Check. Check.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait?
Elle s'en vient, reste en dedans.
Non.
En dedans, en dedans. Non, on peut pas, il est trop tard. En dedans. Reste en dessous. Tornado.
Yeah, that's the best thing they can do.
Stay low.
Stay low.
Stay low. Stay. Stay low.
Is it leaving?
No, stay low, buddy. Stay.
Boy. No. That is scary.
Stay. This is small ball. Stay low. No, we're good.
No, we're dying. We're dying.
No, stay. Bro.
Fuck. Oh my god. Tyson. Stay, Miguel.
Stay.
We're gonna wait until.
Holy f***.
Please don't make me.
C'est good, on est good.
Oui, sir. 100%, sir.
Please, God, please.
God, s'il vous plaît. Oh my god, no.
Stay low. Stay. Holy f***.
Tyson, please.
Stay. Please, God, please. C'est good, on est good. On est good.
They're going to go.
On est correct, guys. On est good. S'il vous plaît.
Now again, let me repeat that in accordance with YouTube rules, none of these guys were hurt. Because of the amazing stability of Tyson's shelter, everyone survived and made it out without a scrape. Tyson returns a few days after the storm to check out his shelter and the surrounding woods.
That's my cabin. 2 trees. 2.
That is insane. And his
My
shelter
cabin right
still
there.
stands.
That is insane. Oh, that's snap though.
Yep.
Snap. I need to clear the trees. That's snap there as well.
The trees around the shelter have been uprooted and blown to the ground, but the shelter is still there. The guys are even able to find their bikes buried under one of the downed trees.
Oh, yes. Oh my god, no way. Our bikes are good. Wow.
Good spot. My bike.
Our bikes are good.
So Tyson's amazing nature shelter actually saved their lives. He considers it a blessing that they were all able to escape without injury.
Thank you.
It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nuke Stop 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs, but we also have blankets, pillows, and long sleeves. We've even got stockings and wrapping paper. Anyway, shipping is free and be sure to order by December 10th to get delivery before Christmas. Go to nukestop5.com to shop now. Or, you know, like whenever you feel like it. Maybe after the video. A grave situation. A young woman named Britt lives on a large horse ranch in the mountains. She says that lately, things around the ranch have gotten a little strange. Well, actually, they've gotten a lot strange. It all starts one day when Britt's dog Josie just completely freaks out.
So, I'm recording this just in the off chance that no one believes me. Maybe I can catch it. And by the way, a freaking cemetery in my front yard. I was just inside. I'm by myself with my dog. She's up in that room upstairs. You can really hear her working. Josie. And she's just been staring at that, and then she started barking, and she growled, and when she growled, I kind of like booked it, but I don't really know, like, that's usually like her stance while she's waiting for me to come home, and I'm just like, is she waiting for someone to walk out of that closet? Like,
No, get down, baby.
I just don't really know what she's staring at. Because again, like, this is usually how she looks when she's waiting for me to come in, and I'm just like, what? What is it? What is it?
The dog starts ferociously barking at the upstairs bedroom closet for absolutely no reason. But little Josie's strange behavior doesn't stop there. As Britt mentioned, she has a private cemetery in front of her house where some of her family members and also several of their deceased pets are all buried together. Recently, the dog Josie has just started staring at the small graveyard.
Josie. Josie, what's going on?
The horses on the ranch often just stare toward the small cemetery as well.
Well, that's not creepy. Seriously, what are you two looking at? What is it?
But now, weirdest of all, Britt says that lately the neighbors' cows have started to wander over to her property, and they also just weirdly stand around the small graveyard.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They literally just come and hang out here all the time now. It's a newer development. Like, why? They just kind of come and really breathe around this area. And they just kind of will freeze and won't move. So, yeah.
Oh yeah. Probably communicating with the spirits.
What's up?
Britt is confused and a little creeped out by all of the animals' strange behavior, but things are about to take an even more terrifying turn. One night, Britt orders some food from Uber Eats. The driver is a bit disturbed by the gathered cows at the graveyard, but he completes his delivery. And then things just get weird.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
Yeah, this is location is outside, no here.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It's okay, no problem.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Have a good night.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You're a cow.
it's scared. There's a cow.
They're actually not mine. They're wasn't showing up.
No.
No. They come hang out around here every night.
Sure.
Yeah. What would you do if this happened in your house?
Yep. Hi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Every freaking night, like even at night, they even come and hang out here, and they just like stand and like. Are you for real right now?
Freaky.
Something sets off the alarm inside Britt's house, and as she carefully walks back inside, some unseen force seems to actually grab and pull her shirt. She drops her food in terror and runs back out. Britt says that she was too afraid to return to the house. She spent the rest of the night in the family RV that was parked outside.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Off the wall. Now, this next clip is over 12 years old and was filmed with someone's phone pointed at a CCTV screen. So, obviously, it's complete potato quality. But the clip was so strange that I just had to include it in the list. Now, this video was filmed in the Ciudadela Plaza in Guadalajara, Mexico. Through the years, many workers and shoppers at the plaza claim to have experienced strange, unexplained events. Workers say that they often hear a child running and playing in the dead of night. And many shoppers claim to have seen a little boy who then vanished right before their eyes. So late one night after closing, security guards at the plaza spot a lone little boy running through the back hallways all alone. Some plaza workers are reviewing the footage and they are shocked by what they see.
Ve que aquí se mete en la pared. No. Fíjate, subió el pie.
The little boy seems to disappear right through a closed and locked door in one of the hallways. Perhaps even right through the actual wall. A security guard is dispatched to go find the little boy, and things get even creepier.
¿Te fijas? No, ahí se va a meter, espérate. Mira, está. Hasta mañana a las 7. Ay, no mames. ¿Y sabes qué? De esa manera.
The security guard unlocks the door and goes in, but finds no one inside the locked room. But the plaza workers watch in disbelief as the little boy's head appears again right beside the guard, and he seems to be peeking right out of the actual wall above the man's head.
Yes.
So could this be the little boy ghost that plaza shoppers claim to see?
No,
Let me know what you think. Intruders. A young woman named Jeanette moves into a new apartment, but not long after, as she is recording herself practicing a new dance routine, something happens that is truly terrifying.
Wait, what? Raymond.
Remember? We're friends.
No, I don't remember. Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
We're friends. Bullshit, we're girl, run.
Luckily, Jeanette escapes unharmed. She calls the police and they check her apartment, but the intruder is no longer there. Jeanette says that the man was never caught. But it gets even weirder, because after Jeanette uploaded the video of her frightening experience, observant viewers notice something very strange. As Jeanette is fleeing her apartment, something seems to open the door right in front of her, as if clearing her path so that she can get away.
Please get out of my apartment. Please get out of my apartment.
Oh shit.
Jeanette says that she has no idea how this could have happened.
I don't know. I'm just as confused as
It
you
was
guys
like,
are.
hey,
I
let me open the door for you.
No idea what happened. This door is not the easiest to open, and this is why I think it's like a divine thing, or like, I don't know, a ghost, or I don't. Yeah. It's not easy. So it's not like just like the wind pushed it or anything. I think someone actually, or something, I don't know.
So now let's cut ahead to a few days later. Jeanette and her friend are unboxing some of her belongings as she continues to move into her new apartment. But her friend sees something that gives her the chills.
Wait, what happened?
What? You saw me.
Oh,
You saw a man in my bedroom?
No. Man called police.
He was right there between the green table and the bed.
Call the goddamn police.
No.
Jeanette's friend says that she saw a man just standing in the bedroom. But now, the man is gone. A few days later, and again Jeanette hears some strange noises from somewhere in her apartment. What happens next is pure nightmare fuel.
Look at the kid. would have a goddamn knife on me. Oh, bro.
Jeanette considers running out the front door, but instead she rushes into her nearby bedroom and grabs her pepper spray. But as she turns around, her blood runs cold as she sees something slowly make a deep imprint on her mattress, almost as if some spirit actually sits down on her bed. As she runs out of the room in fear, she turns and the imprint on the bed is gone. Jeanette says that she is now terrified of the weird things going on in her new apartment. She says that friends have been staying with her until she can decide just what to do. Witchboard. A woman is doing a solo investigation of a haunted house and is using a Ouija board.
Okay, before we get into this, it's just like, you move in first, there's some creepy ass guy and stuff in your freaking house, and then you got a weird ass ghost. At first I thought the guy came back. I feel so sad. I feel so bad for her. I hope everything worked out. Let's get into the next one.
Or to contact a spirit named Brenda that she believes inhabits the home. But as she conducts her Ouija board session, she begins to suspect that she might be in contact with something much more sinister.
Am I dealing or am I speaking with the devil right now through this Ouija board? It is not Brenda. You've just said it's Brenda. It's not Brenda, is it? Oh my God. I'm trying to take deep breaths. Who am I communicating? I'm losing my. Who am I communicating with through this board?
Oh, she gets a bloody nose.
My nose is bleeding right now. Oh my God. The demon is trying to say. I've not got no tissue, but my nose is bleeding right now. The board is moving. Oh my God, right, that's it. I'm done. I'm off. I'm sorry, guys.
She hears a strange sound from the floor above her and her nose starts to bleed. But still, she decides to continue her session. Suddenly, the Ouija board flies off the table and finally, she decides that she has had about enough. And she just gets out of there. The White Lichen Bothy. If you hike an hour into the remote countryside of Scotland, you can find the old 18th century White Lichen Bothy, a mountain cabin that's free to use for travelers. The creepy old cabin has no electricity, no running water, and perhaps most disturbing of all, there are no locks on any of the doors. Over the years, hundreds of travelers have visited the White Lichen Bothy, and many of these visitors claim to have had strange, unexplained experiences while staying there. A few outdoor and travel YouTube channels have visited the White Lichen Bothy as well, and most have experienced at least something a little weird while staying there.
I'm really quite scared of it staying here, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it really will be fine.
Again, let me stress that all of the following videos were recorded by travel and outdoor channels. None of these people are ghost hunters, and in fact, every one of these YouTubers say they don't even believe in ghosts at all.
I heard something move outside.
But they also can't explain what they experienced at the White Lichen Bothy.
Today, I'm going to be staying in a bothy in Scotland for the first ever time.
First up, seasoned solo traveler Ruth Asling spent a night in the old Scottish cabin, and she found it a bit unnerving.
So, I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, because I've stayed in a camper van so many times in different countries. I feel like here is just so remote, and to get away, you have to hike over 1 hour, like to get back to the camper van. So maybe that's why. And also there's no locks. So on my camper van, I always lock the doors. Maybe that's also why. I don't know. Oh God. I'm hearing some strange noises. I don't know if it's maybe a mouse or it's the chimney. It feels really weird without curtains because I feel like someone could be standing outside and looking in the window. I don't know, I feel really scared. I don't know why. I just feel really nervous.
Ruth stays the full night at the cabin, but she doesn't exactly get a restful sleep.
Last night I was a bit scared. There were some strange noises and I had some earplugs with me, so I put them in to block out the strange noises. God, I'm still hearing weird noises.
Throughout the night, while completely alone, Ruth keeps hearing bizarre noises that creep her out. And oddly, she decides to just ignore the strange sounds and put in earplugs, which kinda seems like a bad idea when you're staying all alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and there are no locks on the doors. But to each their own.
Bye-bye, Buffy.
Next up, a camper that goes by the name Happy Hippie, who says that he does not believe in ghosts or the paranormal, has a similar creepy experience.
I've set up my bed for the night. Gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, and get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family. It was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there, so I don't know what's going on, but I've heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do fun night. And they're walking around in the other room, and then I go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right?
The Happy Hippie spends the night in the cabin, but the next day, he still can't explain just what happened.
Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do. It's not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so...
So now this next video is by far the creepiest footage ever recorded in the White Lagoon Bothy.
We're at a place called White Lagoon Bothy.
It was shot by Ben and Martin from the YouTube channels Adventure Outdoors and What's Not to Hike.
So we're in the Bothy. There's nobody else here.
The two men travel to the White Lagoon Bothy together, and they experience something that is truly terrifying.
Found the Bothy book. You put my glasses on now, which is behind the back. So this is popular, quite a popular Bothy by the looks of it. Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done. Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. I'm out of here. No.
It's getting late when a door suddenly slams shut all on its own.
That was totally weird. The door just started to move on its own. And then it just pretty much slammed shut. I mean, Marty's out there, I don't really want to come back in. He's in bits. That was just the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
Now, the two friends are both skeptics, but they are still a little unnerved by what just happened.
But that was terrifying. And I don't even swear, I'm swearing, but I don't. But that was genuinely terrifying. I shot myself. When it slammed, I just wanted out of here. There's something really... Because I say, it doesn't feel creepy.
I would have too.
It doesn't feel like you're in the presence or anything. As I say, we don't really believe that stuff. There might be, stuff we can't explain, whatever, but we just don't believe in the whole ghosty, spooks in the night kind of thing. Just don't. But that was genuinely terrifying, and I'm going to keep that door, I'm keeping it closed.
Little do they know that things are about to get even weirder.
Well, folks, it's probably about 10 minutes after our ordeal with the spooky door closing over there, and we're trying to like rationalise it. I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and if there's more,
careful.
But, so we're kind of thinking that it might have been just like the backdraft of the wind. I mean, there's a storm going on outside, so yeah. But I still don't believe it was the wind, but it's the only when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no, it's the only rational explanation, even though, I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? I'm honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. This can't be right. I'm not. It's black in here as well, I can't see a thing. So there's a chair over there, and it just started to move, which is... No way, I'm not even... No.
Oh, he's done after that, like, yeah.
All of this. That is moving.
No one was right there. They're behind them to you.
That chair is moving. Just leave it. Oh, Christ. Oh, well, I'm gonna drink some more wine, I think.
Why not? Drink some more wine.
No, that's poltergeist shit. All that is like, that's poltergeist stuff. That's not ghostly. That's like evil spirit stuff.
Chair sitting in the corner of the room inexplicably starts to slide across the floor on its own, and these two diehard skeptics suddenly begin to wonder if they might be dealing with some sort of paranormal entity. But now a little nervous, they finish out their night's stay in the other room and head out the next day. Now, I want to point out again that the White Lagan Bothy has never been investigated by any ghost hunting team or ghost hunting YouTube channel. All of the footage shown here today was captured by outdoor explorers and campers that have never posted any video related to the paranormal before these clips. So is the White Lagan Bothy haunted? And would you dare to spend a night there? Let me know. A guide to the other side. A young woman named Diana posted a very disturbing video to Instagram. In the video, Diana and her brother are watching as the police arrive at a trailer at the edge of their property. The police are showing up for a wellness check after the sad, lonely man who rents the trailer has not been seen for weeks. It turns out that the man had unfortunately passed away inside the trailer. This is the footage.
Right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place.
Oh, yeah.
So what you said, the light wasn't off.
Yeah, exactly. And I knew that something
And
was
that
going
little
on.
girl.
That's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, the hell? Oh my god, they're calling. Are they calling something in? I'm going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Oh, Jesus.
That
was okay.
Did you see it? The small shadow of a child can be seen lurking outside the trailer, seemingly lost and abandoned. But the police don't even notice, walking right by as if they can't even see the child. And then suddenly the small child's shadow just disappears. Watch again. The figure disappears into thin air right in front of the police, but they don't seem to see anyone. Viewers of the video pointed out that there was another odd apparition in this video, something that looks like the shadowy figure of a man standing in the trailer window. So a few days later, Diana and her father go to check out the trailer, and things get really weird.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. What was that?
Oh.
Jeez.
Whoa. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like down before, a long time ago.
So first, Diana is terrified when a dead crow falls out of one of the cabinets, which seems odd as the man has only been deceased and out of the trailer for a few days. So how did the bird get there? But next, Diana sees a child's paintings on the refrigerator. Her dad tells her that the man had a horrible tragedy where his young daughter passed away many years ago at a very young age. But the man kept her drawings and mourned her for the rest of his life, descending into sorrow and alcoholism. So, is this childlike shadow figure the man's daughter coming back to meet him as he passes to the other side? What do you think?
That was definitely
Hunter or hunted? Nick and Ted from the YouTube channel The Hunting Public are out bow hunting on public lands in the remote wilderness of Missouri. Suddenly,
I feel like, did we? Because a lot, like, some of these we've already seen. Okay, let's switch it up because this is becoming. What? You want this? Alright, okay, here we go. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this.
built in 1917, the Santa Maria Inn is one of California's oldest and reportedly most haunted hotels. Guests and staff have been reporting strange activity here for decades. Objects moving on their own, unexplained voices and footsteps echoing through the halls, and doors opening and closing for no reason. So, Martha and her husband are staying at the Santa Maria Inn with their border collie, Oreo. They're walking down a hallway when their dog starts acting a bit strange.
He was looking at them. Look, he's looking at He's looking at the bench. Oreo's freaking out, guys.
Staring at that.
And there's somebody sitting there. He doesn't want to go by it.
Oh yeah, no. It was like, nope. 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 Yep.
Come on. That was crazy.
Yeah.
The dog Oreo freaks out and wants nothing to do with the bench in the hotel's hallway. He jumps back, growls, and flat out refuses to go near it. But that's not all that happens in this video, because it's what they hear on the recording later that makes their skin crawl.
hear that?
What the f*** what did he say?
On playback, as Oreo is running away from the bench, a chilling, disembodied voice whispers, "Come back, come back."
It's alright, come on.
Now, Martha originally recorded this video of the dog's strange reaction over 5 years ago, but she says she only recently realized that she also captured this chilling, unexplained voice calling out for their dog. Unseen attack.
The new attraction in town is sure to leave even some skeptics a little spooked. The Savannah Paranormal Museum is now open down on West Boundaries. Yikes.
The Savannah Paranormal Museum in downtown Savannah, Georgia is dedicated to the city's long haunted history and all things paranormal. The museum also houses a large collection of supposedly haunted artifacts and dolls from around the world. And many believe these very items have actually led to the building itself being haunted.
Yeah, of course it's going to be haunted.
I didn't do that!
But lately, activity at the museum seems to be escalating and becoming more aggressive.
No.
One morning, the museum's podcast producer, JT Timmons, is working at the front desk when something happens that terrifies him.
Wait, what happened? You just get hit?
First, JT hears a cough from somewhere nearby. And he turns to look, but there's no one there. In fact, he's the only person in the building. Then something shoves him hard into the desk. He grabs his laptop and just hurries out of the museum.
You can't run.
You asked for more ways to create, so we made a major update. Sleeve printing is now.
Just a week later, and the group is conducting.
Okay, one, you have a museum full of haunted objects, and you think nothing's gonna happen to you? Oh, you said that's so funny. So funny.
A paranormal investigation inside the Savannah Paranormal Museum. What happens next is chilling.
It's do this. Crazy.
You alright? Oh yeah.
One of the paranormal investigators is slammed in the back by an unseen force, nearly knocking him to the ground. So did the Paranormal Museum capture 2 real ghost attacks on camera? You can check out their full video covering both incidents over on their YouTube channel, Haunted City Studios, and judge for yourself. Invisible guest. A young woman named Sydney is invited to be a bridesmaid at a family wedding. She's thrilled, especially when she finds out that the bride's parents have rented a nice old Airbnb for her family to stay at all week. But her excitement fades fast, because from the moment they arrive, Sydney notices that her dog starts acting strangely at the bottom of the staircase, as if something there is really disturbing him.
We were just out walking my dog, and when we came in, we heard
Some unseen force seems to suddenly pull the dog's leash upward before it falls back around the dog's neck. The clip alone is creepy enough, but if you listen closely, right before the leash seems to be yanked upward, you can hear what sounds like footsteps running up the old wooden staircase.
Yeah, no.
Sydney has no idea what could have made the dog's leash fly upward like that.
Okay, so this is the leash. If this moves, I'm literally going to run. There she goes again. I don't think the leash is gonna move, but she's definitely sensing something.
Again, the dog reacts as if there is something there, but Sydney can't figure out what's going on. However, she's starting to notice a pattern. The dog only freaks out at the bottom of the stairs, never near the top.
I just found a door back here. So I don't think that it's what's on the stairs. I think it's something that's underneath. The door is locked. Obviously it's an Airbnb, so they lock a lot of the doors up.
As she looks around, she realizes that there's a locked door at the back of the stairs. Sydney and her sister decide to investigate the strange door, and what they find is absolutely chilling.
So this is the switch. You guys can see their light is on right there. I wonder if...
Okay.
Just, imagine there's something right behind the door. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
As Sydney pulls her phone back, someone seems to turn the doorknob and yank the door. Sydney is terrified. She thinks that maybe there is someone else in the Airbnb with them.
I sent the video to the landlord of the Airbnb asking, like, hey, is there someone else renting it out as well as us or what? Because there's a room under the stairs that we can't get into. It's locked, so I didn't know. And basically he was like, no, you guys are the only ones that are in the Airbnb right now, like booked out for the week. So
now Sydney begins to wonder if they caught something paranormal when they had the bizarre encounter at the door. They go back to record again, and this is where things take a terrifying turn.
Freaking idiots.
yeah.
Scary.
Okay, every time we've knocked before, this doorknob would turn a little bit.
The suspense. Oh my god. Oh, something pulls her phone. And now it's falling down the stairs. Oh. Nope.
Suddenly, something yanks the phone right out of her hand. Then there's a second pull, just enough to start the phone sliding down what looks like a set of stairs on the other side of the door. And then, weirdest of all, the phone seems to lift back up and point toward the door before dropping again. Sydney calls the owner and he comes over to unlock the door and retrieve her phone. But it turns out that the door doesn't exactly lead to a little room under the stairs. It actually leads to a dark, creepy basement. And while it's open, Sydney notices some strange scratches on the bottom of the door. Sydney and her family have now left the old Airbnb and returned home. But just what did they encounter? Was it something supernatural? As always, you decide. It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nuke Top 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies, and coffee mugs. But we also have blankets, pillows, and long sleeves. We even get stockings and wrapping paper. Anyway, shipping is free and be sure to order by December 10th to get delivery before Christmas. Go to nukestop5.com to shop now. Or, you know, like whenever you feel like it. Maybe after the video. Hitcher.
What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
So this next audio clip was actually sent to me months ago, and I ignored it. I figured it was another fake, over-the-top 911 creature encounter story. But after it kept getting sent in to me over and over, I finally decided to look into it. And it turns out this is a real 911 call. The call was made in Pender County, North Carolina on July 31st, 2021 at around 11 p.m. And Snopes.com actually confirmed it with the Pender County Sheriff's Office. It is maybe the weirdest 911 call I have ever heard. Take a listen.
Pender County 911, what's the address of your emergency?
I'm driving on 210. I just crossed the Black River, and I thought I saw a guy standing on the side of the road bleeding.
Okay, where are you at, sir?
I'm on 210. I just crossed the Black River. I'm heading towards 53E. I just passed Patriots Watch.
Okay, so you're over near Morse Creek?
Yes.
Okay. And did you saw a man standing on the side of the road? What was that, sir?
That's not human! That's not human!
Sir, are you okay, sir?
There's something in the bed of my truck!
Okay, what's in the road?
No, it's not in the road, it's in my truck! In the bed!
There's something in the bed of your truck?
Yes, ma'am, I just turned on my bed light for my truck and there's something in my bed.
Okay, sir, when you say something, what do you mean?
I just knocked it off of the bed of my truck and went over my roof.
Okay, what was it?
Don't raise dragons right off the bat. For new players, at the start of the game, don't rush to raise dragons. You might get a powerful dragon at the beginning, but early resources are limited, and raising dragons...
Now again, this call is verified. It is a real 911 call. But obviously, that doesn't mean that everything the caller said is verified. According to the man, he first saw what looked like an injured person on the side of the road. And then out of nowhere, a pale humanoid figure with sunken eyes and no nose or ears jumped into the bed of his truck and pressed its face right against the back glass. He says he slammed on the brakes and the thing flew over the cab, hit the road, got up, and ran into the woods. The YouTube channel Carolina Case Files actually confirmed the report with Pender County Sheriff Alan Cutler.
About 11 o'clock p.m. that evening, a call came into our 911 dispatch of an individual standing on the side of the road, and it appeared to be bleeding. Now, he stated he was traveling 55 or 60 miles an hour, so I can see how traveling at that speed in the dark, it would be difficult to exactly identify what he saw. but he stated that it looked like a human being standing there with streaks of blood coming down. It is very hard to listen to that call, to that 911 tape, without becoming somewhat unnerved. It actually bothered me the first time that I heard it.
Now, obviously there's no way to verify what the man saw, but keep in mind, he stayed on the line with 911, pulled over, and actually met up with sheriff's deputies. And he wasn't arrested for making a false report or for being under the influence of anything. So what exactly happened out there? Sheriff Cutler says people in that area report strange things all the time.
For years, the residents and people out there in the Curry area near the battlefield have reported seeing things and hearing things that they couldn't exactly understand.
You can watch a full deep dive on this case over on the YouTube channel, Carolina Case Files. Pulled from a Dream. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Nikolai says that ever since they moved his young daughter Hannah into her own room, the nursery camera has been catching some very strange things at night. One evening as Hannah sleeps, the camera records this.
Oh, God.
Little Hannah's foot seems to be pulled by something. Pulled so hard that not only does the crib move, but it even shakes the camera several feet away. She wakes up screaming from the sudden jolt. Now, normally I would just dismiss a video like this as a child kicking in her sleep. But again, this pull is so violent that it actually shakes part of the room. And her leg doesn't even seem to make contact with the bed. So it's hard to believe that a toddler could create that much force on her own. But is it supernatural? As always, you decide. If you see something that you think would be perfect for the top 5, email me at nukestop5@gmail.com. You can also tag me on TikTok at nukestop5official. And be sure to tag me only at nukestop5official, because there are a lot of fake accounts on there. What waits in the shadows? A woman named Sarah cleans rental homes for a realtor whenever tenants move out. But there's a house that she keeps getting called back to, because renters never seem to stay there for long, always breaking their leases and leaving early. The realtor has never explained why. Sarah decides to film a quick tour of the house, and she starts to realize why no one ever stays.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. Chingados estoy. No hay nada. Me dio cosas a la pinche puerta. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Chingada madre. Ahí está. Ok, ahorita les voy a enseñar. Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. Ahorita les voy a enseñar qué es eso que se escucha. ¡Ey! ¿Andan acá? No mames. Espérenme. Iba a dejar grabando, pero la neta ya me está dando cosa. Se escucha el ruido por acá. No sé qué sea. Escucha mucho ruido. Tengo que ir a apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo. Ay, no. Creo que me voy a regresar mañana mejor. Ya me voy a la chica.
First, the door to the toilet opens on its own, but Sarah shrugs it off. Then a creepy voice can be heard mumbling something indistinct.
Entonces, el señor dice que ya van varias.
But again, Sarah doesn't notice. But then Sarah does notice an odd tapping sound from somewhere in the house and goes to investigate.
Se escucha el ruido por acá. No sé qué sea. Escucha mucho ruido.
you see it? As Sarah goes to investigate the strange tapping sound, something in the dark bedroom seems to peek out at her and then duck back inside. But in the dark, even Sarah doesn't see it. And just to confirm that this isn't pareidolia or just something already in the room, earlier in this video, Sarah filmed into the same room, and there was nothing there. A few moments later, another door opens on its own, and Sarah has had about enough of the creepy house. She just heads for the door. But did Sarah capture a haunted house that renters just won't stay in? Let me know what you think. Scary videos. This is where all the videos go that are not necessarily scary, but are just weird, or funny, or neither. First up, a young woman says that she was playing with a Ouija board earlier in the night, and then as she's recording herself in her car singing along to her favorite song, she sees a pair of glowing eyes right behind her. Okay, never mind, those aren't glowing eyes, that's just a headrest. Moving on. Now, if you're like me, you're loving the new series It, Welcome to Derry. And if so, you also might enjoy this.
Oh my god, it is that. Oh my god! Stay away! No! No! Hey, Georgie. Georgie. Oh, what? That's a nice boat.
And finally, they say that sometimes just dealing with yourself is the scariest thing you can do.
We've got to start recording before the green screen comes up. I suppose. Who filter?
So that's all for this week. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here next time.
Alright, buddy. That is going to conclude tonight's spooky video coverage. Tomorrow we are going to get into some Digimon on the Purple app. So yeah, definitely stay tuned, and yeah, guys, have a great night, morning, whatever time zone it is for you. Stay awesome, stay safe, and always stay spooky. I will see you on the next one. Bye, y'all.